St. John of Russia is revered in Orthodox Greece no less widely than St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker and the Venerable Seraphim of Sarov are in Russia. The relics of the saint currently rest on a Greek island of Euboea, although the main part of his life passed in slavery in the Turkish city of Prokopion, today's Urgup, in the Cappadocia region. Surprisingly, the stable that once became the place where St. John lived and prayed has survived to this day, as well as the opposite cave church. The local Turkish ethnographers do not know much about St. John. Here he is called Aziz Yohannes. But they can show you the house of Master Agi, where the righteous served as a slave, as well as the stable and the cave church of St. George, where his relics were initially kept. All that is located in the historical district of Kayakapi, on a mountain towering in the middle of Urgup. Kayakapi, translated from Turkish as a rock with doors, is dotted with holes formed by windows and doorways of what used to be cave dwellings. Almost all of the owner's chambers in the house of Aga, who bought the captured John at the slave market, have turned into ruins. At the same time, the basement floor, occupied by the stable where St. John worked and prayed, is in great condition, making the life of the saint arise in our minds in all clarity. The hagiography of St. John says, "It is there that he was exhausting his body with the discomfort of his ascetic life, not paying attention to adversities and the bothersome neighborship. At night the stable was filled with St. John's prayers, turning the smell of the manure into a spiritual fragrance. The horses entered the stable via a long sloping ramp, while goats and sheep got in and out of it through a narrow winding tunnel. The large niches along the walls served as hay racks for the horses. John's responsibilities included filling them with grain and hay, as well as keeping the animals tied by the loops attached to the walls. Nestling in the corner there, John stretched out his weary body and rested, thanking God for blessing him by a bed in the same manger as he himself had chosen as the place of his birth in the flesh. Indeed, John's bed is located in the far corner of the cave. A small step extending from one of its sides apparently served as a pillow. Today, this place is filled with icons, candles, and lamps brought by pilgrims. Blessed John spent hours praying on his knees. He quietly read to himself the Psalms of David, which he knew by heart in his native Church Slavonic. In the opposite corner from the bed there is a small niche. Evidently it served as a prayer corner for the saint. A person of average build would have to kneel to fit inside there. At night he would secretly come to the cave church of St. George, located at the top of a cliff opposite his master's house. There, on the porch, he would kneel down to recite the prayers of the all-night vigil, preparing himself for the holy mysteries of Christ that he partook of every Saturday. It took the restorers a year to renovate the walls of the cave temple. They say that it used to shine through its holes like a sieve. Inside the temple, the semicircular altar and the flower ornaments carved in stone have survived. The niche in which the relics of John used to rest have also been preserved. With its only closed altar window, the temple appears very dark. Although the church is not active today, there are several icons along its walls. The acoustics are simply mesmerizing. In 1924, the relics of St. John the Russian were transferred to the church built in his honor in the village named Prokopion, located on the Euboea island in Greece. The world knows many miracles performed through the prayers of St. John and at his relics. He helps travelers, pregnant women, the sick, the poor, and many more.